Hey all, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders. First off, my apologies for not posting a lot of videos. Again, we are currently in the process of moving. We got the house, we're moving everything in. It's going to take us a few weeks because we have a lot of stuff, mostly mine. We've moved 3 times in our lives, Billy and I. This is our 3rd house, and I don't think we've ever accumulated so much stuff. It's all me. It's between the DVD collection, the Blu-ray collection, Transformer collection, and maybe over 200 exotics. It's mostly my fault. I hope Billy doesn't see this. She's going to kill me, but anyway, we've been doing that. I had to actually put all the lighting and green screen stuff back up into the attic because I had taken it down. I have to take it down again after this, but I did want to get something posted up before we ended up moving because it's been a little while. So anyway, this episode is going to be about Idiothele, Mira. I've been getting a lot of questions about these guys over the years. I had one years ago and posted up some old videos, but I think people were looking for some updates. Unfortunately, the first one ended up being a male, so that one's long since passed, but I have another one, so we're going to do an updated video where I rehouse and talk about some of the husbandry on them. The common name for these guys is the bluefoot baboon, not blue-footed, as I will say probably 3 or 4 times during the course of the video. I'm terrible with the common names. Also, apparently it has a common name, the trapdoor tarantula, which I did not realize. So that was pretty cool, and we'll talk about that. So enough of me talking, let's get into the actual video. All right, we're about to rehouse my Idiothele mira, or blue-footed baboon. I've had a ton of people asking me for husbandry information on these guys. I did do some husbandry videos on them much earlier on. If it comes out, it comes out. This is actually perfect. But it's been a while, so I wanted to make sure we did an update because this specimen here I just picked up a fall of last year, 2019. All right, so the original one we got in January of 2015. At that time, I had it in one of the Jamie's enclosures, the Amac boxes, the sling enclosures. It outgrew that one within about 8 months or so. They are fairly fast growing. We then moved it into a 32-ounce deli cup. It burrowed, it ate, it was doing great, and then unfortunately it matured male, and I was really upset about it because it's one of the few times I only bought one of the spider. Usually when I buy slings, I buy multiples. So the plan was always to get others, and it took me a while, but we finally got this one here. Again, she's been growing great. You can see it's got some of that blue on the legs. She's about to go on a walkabout, so I'm going to try. No, I was hoping she'd go right in. We'll go ahead and... Oh, this would have been so much easier. Shouldn't have touched it, should have just let her come out. So what we're going to do here, we've got her in a large dram vial. I'll hold this up. You see there, she's definitely outgrown it. She can't really burrow well. She's kind of basically cleaned out one whole side of it and has no place to build a little burrow. These guys are or can be kind of like trapdoor spiders. I have footage that I will flash up of mine, my old one, old specimen, eating. You can see it pops out of the little trap door, grabs the cricket, pulls it back in. It's a really cool thing about these guys, and I was glad I was able to catch that. Hopefully when I get this one rehoused, we'll be able to catch something similar because it is a really cool thing to catch on camera. So we're going to turn the light up a little bit and try to get this one inside its new enclosure. And we'll see how this goes. No, we want out. No. Come on. Come on. There you go. New home. Look at her slinking under it. That's kind of cute. Nope. Being gentle as heck. There we go. Hopefully Billy can get a nice shot of her. Now, one of the issues I've had is when I do husbandry videos, especially the YouTube videos of the spiders, the goal is to try to catch them on camera, and these guys are very elusive. My last one I only caught a couple of times out and about, and then the time I got the best glimpse of it was after it matured, because matured males are out roaming around trying to find the ladies. So unfortunately I did not get him a lady. He ended up passing away, but they're a very elusive species. Now, as far as beginner old worlds go, these guys are on the list. They're as you can see, that one was relatively laid back. I found the same thing with my last little guy. Really kind of laid back spiders, very shy, and if you keep them correctly, they're just going to build their little burrows, and you're not going to see them all that much. You will, if you're lucky, catch those beautiful blue feet hanging out and about. Poor Billy's trying to get good shots of this one here. Should I try to zoom? Now, feeding wise, when they're small, I feed them all twice a week because, again, I'm trying to get them out of that delicate sling stage. And this one ate very, very well, was eating live prey from the get-go. Once they put on some size, I increase the size of the prey items so they're eating larger meals, and I'll feed them like once a week or so. Again, you do not have to feed at that schedule. It's something I do because it allows me to check on the spiders and keep an eye on them, make sure that, you know, there's no boluses, there's no mold, make sure the ones that need moisture get moisture. I did keep this one a little bit moist as a sling, but as it put on size, I basically allowed things to dry out a bit. I would moisten up the inside of the enclosure, the substrate, then let it dry out in between. Now that it's got some size on it, I will probably keep one corner wet, but keep the rest of it dry. They don't seem to prefer the moist substrate at all, so there's not what I would call a moisture-dependent species. They tend to like it a little bit more arid. And she got a big old booty there, so hopefully we're going to get a molt out of her soon. She actually just ate a few days ago, and I was kind of surprised because she's so fat now. Now, again, being a fossorial species, you want to make sure you give them enough room to dig and to burrow. This one here has probably about 3.5 to 4 inches or so of substrate. This is a mixture of my own that has peat, cocoa fiber, sand, ground up sphagnum, and some charcoal. So all the good fixings for a nice substrate. And what we have here is I put in a starter burrow under here that actually goes down the corner, so it won't have to do a lot of digging. Hopefully it'll take to that later on. We got a little sphagnum moss, I'll moisten that off, and it will be getting a water dish. So again, although they like it dry, I always like to give them a water dish. Now, I have not been able to sex this one yet. Fingers crossed it's a female, because I would love a female of this species, and I'd love to get into something big and beautiful, something acrylic, so that you can see it, and hopefully maybe see its burrow, and maybe catch some of that awesome trapdoor spider action. Now, as far as temperatures are concerned, the first one I raised was before I had any extra heat in the tarantula room. So it was probably about 67, 68 degrees in the winter time, and then during the summer it got a little warmer in the high 70s. Now this one here has basically been raised in the mid 70s in the winter time, and then mid to high 70s to even 80, 82 in the summertime. So there we go, Idiothele mira, the blue-footed baboon. I was kind of hoping her feet would show up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Once they put on some size, that blue really pops. But they're gorgeous little spiders. And again, I think when people ask what's a good old world species to start with, this is a good one because they, in my experience, and I've spoken to other keepers to keep them, theirs are very shy and pretty laid back. And you saw this one prodding it with the brush, and it gave me no trouble whatsoever. So Idiothele mira, the blue-footed baboon. All right, so again, awesome little spiders. Hopefully this one's a female because I'd very much like to get it into a larger, probably acrylic or glass enclosure, something that I can see it kind of dig in, and then I'm hoping to catch that trapdoor action again because that was really cool footage to catch. It took me a long time to get that one, though. So we'll see. Maybe if we get a female, I can set up some cameras and try to catch it. Eating, it's just one of the cooler features of this spider. Plus, there's those little blue feet that are absolutely adorable. So anyway, this will probably be the last one we shoot here. The next one will likely be in the new house where I have a much bigger space to film in, a much bigger tarantula room. So instead of having to use the static image and the green screen to make it look like I'm standing in my room, which is too small to permit filming, we will instead have something more like this behind me. Now, granted, this is green screen, it's a static image, but I'll actually be filming in that room with the newer videos. I'm very excited about it because it's going to allow me to do a lot more with the channel that I haven't been able to do because of the logistics of the smaller home and smaller tarantula room. So that'll be something to look forward to. That'll do it for this one. As always, if you liked the video enough to subscribe, very much appreciated. You can click the circle right up there. If you want to check out some more videos, they're over there. If you take the time to comment, I will take the time to respond, although expect it could take a few days for me to get back to you because I tend to get hammered with a lot of comments, which is great, don't get me wrong, but we're going to be moving and I'm not going to have a lot of time, so it might take me a little while to catch up. Guys, stay safe. If I don't hear from you, have a great holiday, and we'll catch you all next time.